is going on, guys? This is your boy, Dan Cruz, and alongside me is the beautiful, obviously, my beautiful wife, Melissa Cruz. Say hi to everybody, baby.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. We're Social Banter.
So, this is our intro pilot.
Correct.
We're very, very excited.
Very excited.
But first, I want to give a couple of shout-outs here. First and foremost, to the amazing Danny MacArthur for doing such a badass logo.
Absolutely.
The Social Banter logo was done by Danny MacArthur. Thank you so much, Danny. We love you very much and can't wait to see you guys again. Another shout out is definitely
Raul Sanchez.
The magician. This guy does wonders when it comes down to photography, video, and he's also a very good content creator. Check out his stuff with Manhattan Gadgets, right?
Yep.
And thank you so much, brother, for all your help and all your support.
You made us look great in pictures.
Yes, for sure. Hey, baby, hold on a second. We haven't cheers yet. Cheers to
Salute to our first episode.
Yeah, episode number 1, número uno. Yeah.
Salud.
Salud, mama. So wait, before we start, baby, what are you drinking?
I'm having an old fashioned.
Ooh, I love old fashions.
Yes.
Yes.
You know I gotta go for the old fashioned.
Definitely. I'm actually, what am I drinking? What do I have?
Ooh, the Fee special.
Oh, I got a Fee special.
The Crown Apple and Ginger.
Yes. Thank you, Fee, for getting me addicted to that drink now. I love the Crown Apple and Ginger. It's phenomenal. Normally my go-to is Crown Vanilla and Coke Zero.
Yep.
But I'm trying to get away from
expand his horizons.
Yeah, definitely. And try to stay away from the sodas a little bit. The ginger ale is a little bit better, I guess. But anyways, what are we gonna do on this episode, babe?
Well, I think what we're gonna do on this first episode is kind of get to know us as the host, especially you, since you're in the music industry.
All right.
Got some questions for you to bring us in and get the concept out there of what we're going to be doing with some of the other musicians.
All right.
We are going to bring you some surrounding area Tampa Bay news of some people that are playing this weekend that you might want to go out and visit and see. We got some exciting stuff going on this weekend with some of our friends. So
yeah, for sure.
Let's see what we can get into.
We having some album EP release.
Yes.
EP
yes.
or album
but we'll
release
get to that a little bit later with our news section.
All right. I'm getting too excited.
Yes. Way too excited. So let's start with you. Obviously, Dan Cruz. If y'all don't know, he's actually originally from Puerto Rico. He grew up in Puerto Rico. And he started playing music in Puerto Rico. So what was the first instrument you started to play?
Oh, man. All right. So it had to have been 4 years old. I was 4 years old. And I saw a set of bongos and a set of congas because that was the go-to instrument for my father. It was the congas.
So what was the difference?
Well, the bongos is it's two smaller hand drums.
Okay.
That have a higher pitch. And obviously you tune them accordingly to the actual skin that you get for them. But they're all part of the line percussion family, I guess you can call it.
And the bongos, they stand up though, correct? They're bigger?
Yeah, you put them between your legs. They do stand up. The congas actually are the ones that are bigger because you actually you can stand up or sit down while you're playing them if you have them on stands or whatnot.
Okay.
But they come up to almost your stomach, I guess you can call it.
Your mid-waist.
Stomach,
okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
But the bongos are completely elevated between your legs. But the one that I got interested the most after that was when Coco Vares, Héctor Vares, came to our house in Puerto Rico.
Hold on, back up.
Okay.
Explain who that is.
Okay. Héctor Vares is he was one of my first mentors. First guys that told me, you got that rhythm. You can do this. You should do this. Let's go. And he actually brought my first drum set to the house.
Oh, okay.
And my dad traded a set of really badass congas for those
for the drums.
For the drum set. Yeah. And
go Papo.
Yes. And I shout out to my dad, by the way, because this is all his fault. And by the way, big sponsor, it's also him with his marketing company Congruo. Go ahead and check him out in the social medias. Congruo, for any marketing needs that you have, they're there for you, and they, trust me, they will bring that traffic in there. Anyways, yes.
Back to Puerto Rico.
Going back to Puerto Rico,
Starting
my first
with
drum
the
set.
Congos, bongos, drum set. Now, how old were you when you got that first drum set, though?
Oh, man. I want to say about 6, 7 years old. Around
now,
there.
Did you have training, or you just...
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. This was all ear so far. Later on...
By ear.
By ear. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my God. Here we go. Yes. Thank
all
you,
by
my
ear.
love.
Okay.
Gracias. Anyways.
De nada.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So I'm going to have to correct you on the Spanish, huh? Anyways. Going back to the drums, I literally just started playing along to my favorite, bands that I was listening to back then. Kind of like, I would listen to some, Korn. I would listen to,
At that age?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will listen to, Limp Bizkit. I will listen to, stuff like that. My dad never wanted me to listen to any of that.
Right.
But I did listen to a lot of Spanish music and stuff like that. But my main interest was always in rock. And even though that I started out playing jazz and blues with the band camps that I was doing in Puerto Rico and Berkeley College of Music in Boston, it just expanded my horizon to be able to become a multi-percussion or...
So besides the drums...
Multi-drum artist, I guess you can call it.
What else do you play? What else do you know how to play besides the drums?
Well, I can try to get by with bass.
Well, you used
sometimes.
You used to be in a band that you played bass.
Yes, I played bass in a band.
You can definitely get by.
Yeah, I like to call myself more of a show bass player than a technical bass player or anything like that.
So what you like is, what would you call acoustic? Or what is it?
An electric bass?
No. For the drums and things like that. What do they call that? Percussion.
Yes.
Percussion.
Yes.
So you're more of a percussionist.
Exactly. Yeah, that's definitely my main forte until I got into my DJing.
Right.
And my
which was later on. That became more what, when you came to the States, you did the DJ?
I started back in the island, and it was because my dad brought me to one of the best drum and bass DJs that have ever existed in the world, which is DJ Gulembo. Shout out to him if he's listening to this podcast. And
but you just said what? Drum and DJ.
No, he was just a DJ.
Oh, okay.
Drum and bass DJ.
Oh, okay.
Drum and bass is a genre.
DJ. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
It's like rave music and stuff like that.
All right.
So
sorry, I got to clarify some of this because I don't know some of the stories I've heard, but I don't know it all.
Yes.
And we want to make sure the listeners are understanding and knowing the concept of what you're speaking of.
Sure. And so when we got introduced, and I even did some DJ competitions and stuff like that. And I remember it was at a mall in Carolina, and it was hilarious. I was still a little kid, I was trying to get by on I guess what you would call here middle school, but over there we have elementary, middle, and high school all in one. Yeah, all in one building. Right. So, Yeah, it's pretty hectic over there.
Too.
Yeah, it's hectic and crazy over there, honestly. But I'm very happy to be here, and I'm blessed to be where I'm at right now. And
all right, so when did you come over here from Puerto Rico?
I came over here in 2004 when I graduated high school.
All right, and you went to college here?
Yes, I went to Full Sail University first in Orlando, and then after that, I went to ITT Tech.
Okay.
Yes.
So not only do you play music, you explain to that.
Yes, I'm a producer as well, and I'm a sound engineer, so I can help in any events, running sound, stuff like that, running stages, and also doing recordings, which, like in this podcast, I'm doing the one, I'm doing the editing and stuff.
So now when you came over here and you went to school, were you playing in music, playing in a band? How did you get involved in the music over here then after you came here?
Craigslist.
Okay, that was something I did not know. Now he's got me shook because I've got no idea that's really how that came about.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody.
So you found an ad on Craigslist for what? A drummer, a bassist, just a fill-in?
No, I just put in, it was my...
Oh, you put it in?
Yeah, I put an ad in. No. I was looking, I was searching in Craigslist for bands to see what ads they had, and if they had their music out so I can hear them out, and if I liked them, then I can actually reach out to them or whatnot.
Okay. And what kind of band did you get involved with to start?
Do we have to name drop?
No names, just genre. Just genre. What kind of genre did you play when you first started over here? Because you said in Puerto Rico you basically started out jazz and blues, and even though
that was to learn music, right. That was to learn how to read music and stuff like that.
And then you did heavy metal.
Yeah.
So coming over here, what did you start?
When I came over here, my first band was literally. Oh man! Since we're not gonna name drop, my first band was literally Nickelback on steroids.
Hey, don't make fun of Nickelback. Listen,
I know you like Nickelback. I'm not knocking on them.
90s baby.
I'm not knocking on them. Whatever.
That, but
I got you. I'm not knocking on them. I'm just saying that they were Nickelback on steroids.
Gotcha.
But, they were. It was a cool run. I was
played drums or
I played drums in that one. Yes, I played drums.
Okay, and then over the years. Obviously, it's progressed. What is it you're doing now? What are you focusing on now? You've got a couple of projects.
Yes.
And you're a drummer in a few of these projects.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about some of that you're doing. Who are you playing with? Where are you going? Cover band, original band. What is it that you've got going on right now?
All right. Well, my main band right now, it's Hope Darling, as a lot of people know right now. Hope Darling, it's based out of Tarpon, or as we say, Tampa as well. And we are alternative rock, I will say definitely.
I agree. Alternative rock, pop.
Exactly.
Yep.
We got, what makes your head bow and your hips shake a little bit as well, and shout out to my guys as well.
Original band.
Yes, this is all originals, no covers. Everything is ours. We've been on Netflix, HBO, and we got a few movies that we're also working on as well. And hopefully in 2021, there's going to be some crazy announcements that I can't talk about right now as well.
And just on that same line, you can also be heard.
Yes.
On what platforms?
Everything. Spotify, iTunes.
Jukeboxes.
Oh, yeah. If you're at any bar that has Tosh Tunes, you can play our single Lifeline there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun with my guys,
and you've got
it's a big family.
5 bandmates.
Well, 4, and me.
Yeah, so 5 of you total.
Yeah,
it's a 5-man band. And do you have anything coming up that people will be able to go and see?
I think we have a show coming up. I know that we are going to be playing, I know that we're going to be recording a video pretty soon, and we're going to be in the studio very, very soon as well. But January 16th, Saturday, January 16th, we're going to be at Neptune Cyclery in Tarpon Springs. And that's going to be with Growler and our boys from Alma Vertical. Those guys are just amazing.
And so besides this original band, obviously it's taken off, Hope Darling. They've even got a studio that they have in Tarpon Springs.
Shh, that's a secret.
Well, the dojo is very important for you guys.
Invite only.
But besides that, you also do some fill-in stuff with a couple of other people. And these people we will be interviewing along the way as time goes on. Good friends of ours. All of these people are great. We have tons of fun with them. But besides Hope Darling, so who is another band or group that you make music with?
I do a lot of freelance drumming, so I get picked up for different gigs here and there. But
not even drumming. You bring the cajon with you a lot as well.
Yeah. Yes, I'm very.
So why don't you explain what the cajon is?
Okay.
As well,
and it's cajon, not cajon.
Cajon.
Because
Okay.
It sounds like you're saying cojones, and it's not. Okay. You know what I mean?
So say it again, cajon.
Cajon, not cajon.
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 All right, cajon.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying.
I'm getting my
word.
Spanish lesson here.
Yeah, if you get it confused, it sounds really dirty. Well, the cajon
y'all
is.
Know, okay.
So the cajon is. It's a cajon. It's a box.
It's another percussion instrument.
It's a hand percussion instrument where you can either sit on it or you can use it. You can attach some accessories to it where you can make different sounds, or you can use it, with a pedal or whatever. I normally use it for hand drums as a hand percussion. So the person that I play it with the most right now is with Frank Dancy. Check out frankdancymusic.com and his social media at Frank Dancy Music. Shout out to him, buddy. He's also the rhythm guitarist for Hope Darling. So we play a lot out in everywhere we go.
But that's a lot of duos, so it's not a full band.
No, that's mainly duos. We do duos and trios, and it's mainly Frank on his acoustic guitar and me on the cajon backing him up, and it's a lot of fun. People love dancing to it, and we get invited to private parties, the whole 9 yards, weddings, bars, whatever. If you got it, if you got space for 2 people, we'll definitely be there.
And speaking of Frank, really quick, we'll give him a shout out. We know that he's playing this weekend. He is playing Friday the 11th at Tiki Docks in Riverview from 5 to 8. He is also going to be there on Saturday the 12th from 5 to 8. And he's actually doing a double show on Friday the 11th. And after Tiki Docks, that's it. He's going to Maloney's from 10 to 1. So maybe you guys can catch him out, check him out, see what he does.
It's pretty awesome. I love him. His voice is very unique, and he's definitely has an amazing talent. And he also has some original music that he has done. So make sure you go to his website and check out his music.
So now moving on from that, you also, let's see. I know you're not a big country fan, but I am a big country fan.
Yes.
A big country fan. And we've been together like 7 years now. And I've always wanted him to play some country music for me. And in a couple of bands, he dabbled in it here and there, a song or two. But then he was offered an opportunity to play with a real country band. Greg White got him to come in and play some country.
The amazing Greg White Jr.
I am thrilled with it. I love it. To me, it's one of the best things, obviously, to hear him play country because it's the first time. He was never really into the country music. It was always the alternative rock or the pop rock or the heavy metal. I mean, heavy metal, the screaming, the headbanging, the out of control stuff that right I am not 100% on board with, but I support it because I love my husband.
Because it makes you money.
But tell us a little bit about Greg White and what you do with Greg White.
Man, Greg White, where can I start?
And by the way, we will be interviewing him very soon, so you guys will hear all about his side of the story.
Oh, for sure. I have a huge man crush, and I try to make money off of him too. I try to, raffle off his shirts and underwear at the shows. But anyways, for those of you guys who don't know who Greg White Jr. is, please check him out at gregwhitejrmusic.com. And
go Florida country.
Yes. He is Florida country. He created Florida country. There's no Florida country without Greg White. I mean, this guy's talent, his voice, the way, the amazing way he writes lyrics, the stories that they have. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And the guys that he has backing him up, shout out to Rob Schaefer, John Jay. I mean, Danny and the fiddle, when I play with her, she's just phenomenal. It's ridiculous. I mean, the amount of talent that there is.
So what do you play when you're there?
Drums? Well, drums or cajon, because I play when we do duos or trios, I bring the cajon out or the cocktail kit.
Cocktail kit. Explain that.
Yes, sorry. So the cocktail kit is what I call my lazy kit. The cocktail kit is a small version of my kit.
And Danny is usually not lazy.
Definitely not. So when it's a smaller space that we're going to go play at a smaller stage or whatever, I rather bring just my bass drum, my snare, a hi-hat, and a ride, instead of bringing the whole drum set, with the toms and the floor tom and all the cymbals and all that stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what a cocktail kit is.
All right. So while we're on the subject of Greg White, he is doing an album release.
Yes.
Okay. Now, brand new album.
Yep.
All his songs.
We're doing a trio.
And this is going to take place Friday night from 5 to 8 at Tampa Bay Brewing Company in West Chase.
Yes.
Huge country album release party. Florida country, here we come.
Hell yeah.
It is going to be amazing. We are going to be out there. Actually, Danny is playing with him. I'm coming out there to support them, to see Greg. I haven't seen him in a few months. So we are really excited to go and check this out. I have not heard some of the newer stuff because I have not been able to get out to see them lately. Obviously just a lot going on, but I am so excited for this, to be able to go out and see everybody. So maybe some of you can come out and join us. Check it out. Again, it's Friday night, 5 to 8 at Tampa Bay Brewing Company in West Chase.
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
All right. So moving on. Obviously, we've talked about Hope Darling, your original band. We've talked about Greg White and being country, let's talk a little bit about the more heavy metal stuff that you used to do. You were in a band not too long ago, and so there's a little bit of talk that you might come back, you might do some more stuff here and there. We're not sure. I don't know. What do you got?
I'm not going to say that we're going to come back. I'm not going to say that we're never going to do that. All I'm going to say is, honestly, we're going to be in the studio recording.
Okay.
Shout out to All Access Recording for doing an amazing job on the tracks as well.
Okay, so what kind of music? What kind of heavy metal? Like,
it's not really heavy metal though. That's the thing. It's like if you grabbed GNR, Guns N' Roses, okay? You grab Deftones. You grab...
So it's more heavy rock.
Yeah, it's heavy
more
rock.
Heavy rock.
But it's got that old school, new school slamming to each other type of vibe to it. It's just amazing. Actually, you know what?
Do we have something to play?
I think...
Do we?
I think I'm going to do it. For you guys, we're going to have something exclusive tonight. All right?
Okay. All right.
This is a special track from my band, Driven. Shout out to Jason Donadio for amazing vocals and amazing arrangements. Brett McCosh, Derek Robbins, and Reggie Gomez on the bass. Oh man, this track is amazing. This track is for you guys. This is called Snake.
Try and slither into every situation. I won't sit and listen to your pointless conversations. All the stress you cause me, I'll just take the aggravation. If you try and step to me, there'll be no hesitation. Every time I breathe in, I feel that poison seeping in. Every time I feel good, and I feel you crawl right under my skin. You're full of emptiness and many contradictions. You try and step to me, I don't understand your weird transfixtions. You try and hold me down. Every time I breathe in, I feel that poison seeping in. Every time I feel good, and I feel you crawl right under my skin. Can I see your blood? Can I feel everything? Yeah. I should have known the possibility that you would be the one to try and break me. But I should have known the possibility that you would be the one to try and break me. But I should have known the possibility that you would be the one to try and break me down.
I hope you guys all enjoyed that as much as I did. That was really my first time hearing it. I'm shocked.
But do you actually like it, or are you saying it because I'm your husband?
No, I tell you how it is. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But this, I liked. I really liked it. Shout out to all of you guys. I loved it. I think it was great. Jay, of course, everybody knows I love his voice. I can't help it. He does like this Guns N' Roses voice as well. Like he does Axl Rose amazingly.
That is one of his favorite bands.
Yeah.
So.
And I love it. I have loved it since the day that I met him. Even when I met Danny, I had said to him, I can't help it. I love my brother's voice. It is just freaking amazing. So I hope everybody else enjoyed it as much as I did.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to hear more of it, drop it in the comments and let us know. Just so you guys know, you can listen to us in pretty much all platforms. We're on iTunes. We're on Podbean. We're also on Spotify.
Podbean. Remember,
Yes.
Bean. Podbean. I love my husband, but sometimes that accent comes out a lot.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneIn, which is Alexa. That was pretty cool the other day when I just went, Alexa, can you play Social Banter Podcast?
And she's it came right up.
Yes, it was
my
pretty
kids, cool. Our kids were impressed.
Yeah, they were they were baffled at the fact that they were actually listening to their mother and me and through the Alexa. Anyways, but Player FM listen notes. And I'm waiting on confirmation from Google. I don't know what is going on taking so long with them, but we'll get it there.
All right. And we got a couple other things coming up this weekend for local news, local bands. Our friends at Screaming at the Silence. Now, that's heavy metal, guys. It is a good one. You got Mike Ligori screaming in that microphone.
And singing, too, because he does a lot of singing, too.
So Screaming at the Silence is going to be at the Brass Mug on Friday from 6:30 to midnight. If you can get out there, maybe check them out. Again, we had Greg White at Tampa Bay Brewing Company on Friday and Frank Dancy over in Riverview at the Tiki Docks on Friday. Later on during the weekend, we have our friend Partners in Crime over at Whiskey Wings in Oldsmar.
Oh, that's cool.
From 7 to 11.
Very nice, very nice.
And we even
Shout out to Mike C. and Danny.
Absolutely. And we even have the Bearded Brothers playing this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Talk about country. Talk about amazing people. The Bearded Brothers are playing Sunday over at River's Edge in Gibsonton during the day from 1 to 5.
Yeah, definitely go check them out. Those guys are definitely badass.
So if there is anything you want us to look at, check at, give you some news about, please let us know on one of our platforms, especially Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be checking that daily. Yep. We need to know what's going on. If
at
you guys,
Social Banter Podcast,
absolutely.
Instagram, and Facebook as well. It's facebook.com/Social Banter, Instagram at Social Banter Podcast. Find us everywhere, man. We're going to get everywhere.
Yes.
I want everybody's. I love everybody's.
So one last question, because I know everybody's going to be wondering. Do you get nervous before you play a show?
Oh, really? Do you really have to bring that up?
Listen, I'm just asking. Listen, it's an average question. You've been playing for so many years. For so many years. You've been playing, performing for so many years. Do you still get nervous before you go to a gig?
Every single time. It doesn't matter if there is one person. It doesn't matter if there is 10,000. It doesn't matter if there's 1 million.
It happens.
Yeah. And yeah. Unfortunately, I have a ritual that...
let's not tell her. It's too early in the podcast series
I'm not going to give you too much information. Yeah, too much information.
Maybe way down the road, if we get really good and people really want to know what we're really about,
okay,
then we'll talk about that.
We'll get into details later on.
But as of right now, we are going to say salute.
Salud, mommy.
We enjoyed this. We hope you all enjoyed it. And you'll hear more from us next week.
Yeah, buddy. This is Social Banter.
The Cruz
Signing out.
Signing out.
Bye-bye.